Is it considered measuring to use cups to prepare coffee as well as spoons?
No, it's not, because it's approximate. So I mean, for example, you take coffee, you take one spoon. You can a spoon like with a lot, like with the hip, or like one spoon flat. So one spoon, it's like in one spoon, if you take it with a hip, it could be like a double spoon, right? So it's not measured. And cup, for example, I know what you mean. Like in from you took it from your water urn, and you put it in your the third cup. So there is no, yeah, you're not measuring. You're welcome.
Regarding Melacha and status of infant, I wonder until what age is a child no longer an infant halachically, that we are not allowed to weigh or measure food for him.
So if child is 6, that's a different story. But I think our sages say until 3 years old, 3 or 4 years old. But it depends on health of a child. So meaning that he's so fragile that we consider his life is always in danger. So and that's why would be allowed to ask non-Jew to start a heating system or cooling system, because he can get sick very, very easily, right? Or even shut off air conditioner, right? Because we thought it's going to be hotter, but it's actually very cold, like outside, and air conditioner is blowing the cold air, right? And so in this case, yeah, would be allowed to ask non-Jew to shut off air conditioner. Why? Because it's for the sick person. Who is the sick person? Nobody's sick. Yeah, because child can get sick very easily. Yeah.
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome.
Next question, since it's a mitzvah to rejoicing on Shabbos too, why can't we use the same logic and give gifts on Shabbos?
There is no mitzvah to rejoice on Shabbos. It says Shamor v'Zachor, right? It says you have to observe Shabbos and you have to honor Shabbos. There is no happiness like separate as a mitzvah. Of course, you must be happy on Shabbos. You're not allowed to cry on Shabbos. You're not allowed to mourn on Shabbos, for like even somebody is mourning for his close ones. So the mourning stops on Friday afternoon, so he can actually go and take a shower, because the 7 days not allowed to take a shower. If shave, I don't think so, maybe, but I don't remember if somebody's shaving, right? Change the clothing in respect of Shabbos, right? Let's say if this Shabbos in the middle of the Shiva, and then after the Shiva ends, so he goes back to morning clothing and continue mourning. But it does not say that you have to be happy. Okay, of course, it says you're not allowed to be sad, right? But happy only about the Yom Tov. V'samachta so you have to be happy on Yom Tov, especially on Sukkot, but on other Yom Tovim as well. You're welcome.
Question goes up. Concerning measuring on Shabbos, if measuring for the sake of a mitzvah is allowed on Shabbos for Yom Tov, would it be considered allowed if we measure to check if we are eating enough for a bracha achrona? For example, we use a mechanical measure to check if we are eating cookies for al-hamayah.
Yes, absolutely, yes. That's a mitzvah, yes. Mm-hmm. So what? Otherwise, if a person says after blessing on less amount, And unfortunately, I thought that maybe I said it today because I was in a rush. So I have to go back and check. I think it was enough, but have to check um, I did not measure it. Well, so I have to go back and check. So yeah, if somebody said it when the person was not supposed to, unfortunately, that blessing can wane. It's a very bad thing. So yeah, that's for sure. It's for the purpose of the mitzvah. Yes, and sages say you must bless. Yeah, good question.
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome.
So should we I don't know, accustom ourselves to perhaps measure this amount of food in our mouth, perhaps?
No, it's impossible. It's impossible. So with cookie, you see, it's just looking at the cookie, it's impossible to say. Some of them are heavy, and some of them are very very light because it's a lot of air inside. So it's just a person usually the way I understand people like to eat the same stuff. If it's in a package, if you bought something in a store, so you can easily estimate. You see how many ounces or grams or whatever in one package, and you can count, for example, approximately how many pieces. So you count this much. Let's say this big package. So multiply by four. It's like a quarter of the amount, and by this you can see, okay, so if all package, and I know what quarter, I know how much it is, so I know that in order to eat kizais, I need to eat 4 cookies, 5 cookies. Okay, that's it. So I eat 5.5 just in case, and that's it. So I can calculate like this. With matzah also it's very simple. With machine matzah it's very simple. So they are like in square boxes. It's 1 pound, right? It's 1 pound box, all of them. I think all of them 1 pound. It's a standard, and I think there are 8 pieces. Okay, so it's very simple. Okay.
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome.
So friend says about this question also, do we have to eat 27 or 30 grams or after bracha?
Yes. And not only that, and there is a time constraint as well, in a period of 3 to 4 minutes. And it does not matter when these 3 or 4 minutes are going to occur. It does not have to occur right away. It's a proper. We always suggest eat this amount, and then you can finish the rest in 2 hours, right? But let's say if you eat a little piece of cookie, then you got a phone call, this and that, and then in the next 3 or 4 minutes you ate these 5 cookies. There's no problem, right? And then you can continue just eat piece by piece, no problem. So it must be one time during your eating session, as we call it, that you ate these 28 grams.
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome.
So according to this, so wouldn't be not okay to, for example, in my case, instead of measuring, I just, since I know there's minimum quantities of food that have to be consumed for a bracha, but not like a limit. So I just eat generous amounts of foods in order to always eat the minimum to make the bracha, and that's it. So would it be?
No, I mean, there's no prohibition to eat a little more to make the bracha, but it should not be our goal, because the food was created for eating, and as we learn in Rambam, in Shmoneh Prakim, and also in what is it, Misilas Yesharim. So you have to abstain from extra. If you don't need it, so don't force yourself. You understand? So you're not obligated to put yourself in situations. For example, if you drink coffee and you enjoy it in a small sips, some people can drink the coffee, I don't know, in what is it, in 2 hours, 5 hours, same cup. I say, you serious? Same cup? Yeah, some people drink same cup. Of course, they would not say blessing because they drink in this small sip. Today I have a hectic day, so I had like a break because somebody like was delaying class, so I had a break. So I finished my dinner. It included Birchas Hamazon in 12 minutes. I was done. 12 minutes. That's it. Understand? So, so for sure, I ate enough and of everything, and it was very fast. That's it. But the people are not obligated to do that. So if somebody wants to drink this coffee for the whole day or eat these 5 cookies in 7 hours because that's how they like it, there is no problem. They're not obligated to stuff the face. You understand? In order to say blessing. So because we have to eat, as Rambam explains, so only if you need to eat, right? Like if you have this physical need to eat, otherwise don't eat, because it's not going to bring you any good. Not right. And first thing, and second, we have to remember. So if if cookie maybe not a good example, but coffee or something like if you want to drink something else as well, I don't know, like when you eating coffee or you ate orange or you ate apple, so it's actually the same after blessing as after coffee. So after this apple, you can say the blessing and keep in mind that I want this coffee also be covered. There is no problem, right? So again, but if you don't need to eat, don't force it. It's not good. It's not proper. It's like disrespect to the food. Okay.
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome.
No, I was saying not to like eat for the sake of making a bracha, but when I feel like I want to eat something, in order to eat the basic minimum in order to make the bracha, so I would just eat a generous amount of this food and that's it, but not because I want to eat just for the sake of the bracha.
Yeah, but this generous amount is 28 grams. That's it. So it's not a lot. But in these 3 to 4 minutes, that's very important.
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome.